This is ATL Day Ones, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta. And it starts now.
It is ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and Tenitra, and we are here with you on a Thursday, T. I don't know about you, but it just something feels different about this show today. I think we are moving towards the weekend, and I think you can just feel it. I can just feel it deep down in my soul, T. Okay. She be like, all right, whatever. We're like, yeah, let's go with that. We want to, first of all, I want to just say thank you all for making ATL Day Ones your first listen of the day. We really appreciate you for that. And also, we want to let you know that we are free and available wherever you download your podcast. And when you go to download your podcast and check out us, Monday through Friday, we know you listen to every last episode. Make sure you give us a 5-star review. We would really appreciate that. If you don't, I'm going to snap on you like Jimbo Fisher did Nick Saban. So, coming up on the show today, we got a lot of good stuff on board. Everybody trying to make all this hoopla about Marcus Mariota being a mentor. Man, Desmond Ridder trying to be QB1. We'll discuss that. And also, the Atlanta Braves. We talked about the moves that they need to make.
Yeah.
I think we got a quick snapshot last night or yesterday afternoon of what moves need to be made. And last but not least, and for the culture, ABC has pulled a Adam Schefter. We'll explain all of that. And now, T, I think one of the things that, like I mentioned before, a lot of people have made a lot of issues or asked a lot of questions about Marcus Mariota being a mentor to Desmond Ridder. But I think Desmond Ridder may have a little bit more in mind as far as how he's coming into this organization. And I think that might not be mentee. I think it might be QB1.
Yeah, and Marcus Mariota has an idea that he wants to mentor him over the next 2 years of his 2-year contract.
Right. I want to be around for the next couple of years.
But yeah, Desmond Ridder's like, nah, not 2 years, bro. Maybe 2 weeks, possibly 2 months into the season. But no, it's not going to be a 2-year thing. It's not even going to be a 1-year thing. But I admire Marcus Mariota because from all the things that we've heard about him versus, say, Ryan Tannehill, right. From all things we've heard about him, this speaks to his character, and it speaks to the type of character in a person that you would expect Arthur Smith to bring on board with the thought of possibly getting a new QB, a rookie, whether it's this year in the draft like it was, or whether it would have been next year. And so I think, first of all, Desmond Ridder is in a good situation. We've spoken with him, and we know that he appreciates being in that situation versus maybe what we're seeing going on a little bit there over in Tennessee. But,
right.
Maybe what we're seeing there is not so much, but with Malik Willis. But I think in this situation, great for you to think that, Marcus Mariota, but you better also think about yourself as not just mentor, but competitor for QB1, because that guy you're mentoring is definitely coming for you. As much as he said he respects you, and as much as now he's been in the room working out with you and the other veterans, he's also made it clear that he's coming for your gig.
Yeah, and I think that's what people have to remember when they start thinking about, Marcus Mariota, he's a nice guy, he's going to be a mentor, blah, blah, blah. I was like, that man trying to be QB1 as well. Yeah. So I think we have to understand what this is. This is a competition. This is for these guys are competing against each other. Like I said, when Ridder, I asked him about that, he said he respects Marcus Mariota, but at the end of the day, these guys are competing. Even the quarterback coach Charles London has said that he thinks that Mariota is the perfect type of guy because he can separate the two, right? He can be a mentor, and then he can also be that guy that, hey, I'm going to be the starting quarterback for this team, and I was brought here for a reason. So I think that this is something that we definitely gonna have to keep an eye on. Another thing that the Falcons want you to keep an eye on is the fact that T, they bringing out these red helmets. Now, they haven't worn these things since 2012. So the red helmets with the black falcon, and then they got the gold trim coming the top of the helmet. Like, I don't know about you, that thing kind of got me a little excited. I was like, man, that's some dope color scheme. So, yeah, I think the Falcons made the right decision by going ahead and doing this.
Oh, no question. And we always love a good throwback. And if you've been watching the team, or in the case of the fan base, supporting the team back from the old even NFC West days, back when they were in the same division as the 49ers.
It's the 49ers. Yeah,
you
they play in the 49ers. Yeah.
So you recognize this helmet, and hopefully it takes you back to some decent days for the Falcons. But man, let me tell you, to me, this is as exciting as the uniform reveals, because the uniform reveal was fire too now. So
Right, exactly.
I'm kind of liking this, and I cannot wait until week 6 to see them roll it out. And shout out to AJ Terrell, because nice hype video he did with that helmet. But yeah, good look, Val.
Yeah, I think it's fitting that they pick somebody that's from Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
He know how to get down, the swag, all that good stuff. So, yeah, speaking of swag, how about we take a little trip down to College Park?
Yeah.
The Atlanta Dream get their thing on and get a win against the Minnesota Lynx, 84-76. Kayla McBride out here hooping, dropped 20 points on them last night. T, your thoughts on the Dream still chugging right along?
Yeah, it was definitely a competitive game start to finish. But again, when you are talking about 5 players in double figures, you're talking about Ryan Howard, obviously rookie of the month. So she came through and did better than her average, 16.9 points for the month of May, but came up with 22 points, 4 rebounds, couple steals, just an all-around good game for her. And I always love to talk about two-way play. So really excited about what we saw out of her. But also, like we said, 5 players in double figures, including Christy Wallace. The Aussie is doing some things, right? So 18 points, a career high for her. And then, of course, Erica Wheeler. Good to have Monique Billings back. Arian McDonald had a good game. So what we're seeing is Tanisha Wright really getting those girls to understand, getting those ladies to understand the importance of getting it done at both ends of the court. And check this out, Jarvis. They have improved to a 6-3 record, and we are only 9 games into a 35-game season. It took them all season to get 8 wins last year. So what she's been able to accomplish already has been impressive, and you just absolutely love to see what they're doing on the South Side.
Looks like they will be back at it on Friday. I'm trying to make an appearance to you. I'm trying to convince my wife. She be a little bougie on me. You know what I'm saying? College Park. I don't know about it. It's at night. Do I need my strap? Jarvis bring the strap. We'll talk about all that later. Yeah. But I'm trying to get my wife to come on down to you.
I love it.
No doubt about it. We're gonna love, the NBA Finals. It's going down tonight. Golden State Warriors, Boston Celtics. T, I'm just going to ask you straight out. Who you got?
Warriors. I'm giving it Warriors in 6. Would not be shocked if it was Warriors in 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving them because people don't give enough credit to what the Celtics have been able to do. Yes. And the funny thing is these teams are a little bit more evenly matched than maybe people realize when they start looking at. And you and I talked about this. It's not just about a backcourt in the traditional sense, right? Where you're looking at a point guard and a shooting guard, because both of those teams have 5 players who can legit bring the ball up the court. Both of those teams have multiple players who can actually create shots for themselves. And yes, the Warriors had the number 1 offense in the postseason by a mile, by like averaging 5 points better than each team. And you know what made me sad, though? When I look back at the stats and I said, ooh, the Hawks actually were leaders in offense in the regular season by a mile themselves. But the reason and the difference between the Hawks and the Warriors is that other side of it, because low-key, it's the Dubs defense. They're right behind the Celtics in terms of every statistical category, and then overall defense. That's another thing people don't give them credit for. But then on the Celtics side, Jarvis, people don't give them credit. 4 of these conference finals in these last 6 years and finally getting over the hump. You don't do that if you're a one-dimensional team on defense. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are ready from an offensive perspective, and I just really think this is going to be an exciting series. I don't expect, because you know how mad that made me these last 2 weeks, I don't expect 6 blowouts by any stretch of the imagination. We might get a blowout here, somebody might go to sleep there, but this this series? Oh, yeah, Jarvis. I am here for it and excited also for Al Horford to finally have gotten over that hump and make an
Lord.
appearance in the NBA Finals. So we've got reasons, Jaylen Brown, Wheeler Pack product. We got reasons to watch both sides of that court and see what's what.
I'm taking the Warriors as well, T. And like you said, there are a lot of people kind of felt some type of way when I tweeted out, "Hey, I feel good for Al Horford." Like I said, I'm not rooting for the doggone man, but I'm just saying, I like the fact that he was finally over 100 games played in the playoffs. He finally got to the NBA Finals. Like, that is a dope feeling. So I think we already know he's going to be ready to go tonight against the Golden State Warriors. But like I said, I like the Warriors in 7. I think it's going to go 7 games because you know what I mean. So I'm with you on the Warriors pick, but I think it's going to go just one more game. We hope you stick around for one more segment because we got a player that I believe for the Atlanta Braves has played his way into the lineup, and he should stay there. We'll talk about who that is next on ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and T, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta.